Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. Let's finish today, this week's story. I've been trying to show you, not the story itself. I hope you understand what I'm really bringing with these stories. I already told you here, I'm not telling the story, I'm showing you how it all started. And most importantly, in all that I have said, which is the most central thing, in all that I have said to you, what you call feelings. So, I hope I can bring it to you, how everything comes from the heart. How everything comes as a result of what you emanate. Ah, Master, but do the feelings come from the heart or from my mind? I'll answer the following: when you talk like this, for example, something displeases you and you say, "Ah, I'm angry about that." But it was a phrase left in the wind, it was a sentence without feeling. You felt it there, you felt the anger, but you didn't make it a life purpose, you will not be emanating anger for that moment, what happened all the time. So that was in your mind, you expressed the feeling in your mind. Now, when you talk like that, you look at a person and say, "I'm angry with you. I do not like you." What did you do there? In addition to expressing what you thought, you expressed the feeling, you really took your anger out on that other person. So this is not with the mind, this is with the heart. Many of you have some difficulty understanding this difference. I understand. You have always been used to believing that everything comes from the mind, that the mind is powerful, that all I think is that it's the problem. I'm going to say that both things are a problem, it's what you think and the load of feelings you put into what you think or say. That's what I said here some time ago, you're walking normally, you trip and hurt your foot. Normally you speak ugly words, bad energy words, but that was said in a moment of pain. You exhaled that there, reacted to what you suffered. Ready? That word, yes, it came out of your mouth, it came out with feeling, but it died there. He finished. Now if you say the same word all the time, then you become that, you give that word a charge, a power, immense. And then it starts to hurt you. So my brothers, no, I recognize that it is not an easy thing, even for me to explain. It's complicated, but it's something that over time, you'll be able to identify. When you say things just to say things, and when you speak from the heart. Talking for the sake of talking is something without feeling, that doesn't hurt you, you just said it. Now when what you say has a charge, it has a strength, because it comes from within, then you are literally emanating that feeling with your heart, not with your mind. Then I'll give you another example, which will confuse your minds again. Then you feel angry with someone and you think all day long how you are going to get revenge on that person. And then you start thinking, coming up with crazy plans, to catch that person and do something against them. Then you are acting as a group, because you are taking part of your time, mentally thinking about that, and the heart continues to exhale hatred, exhale hurt, exhale anger, exhale revenge. And there it is, the complete package, heart and mind. There's even more strength there. So my brothers, when I tell you all these stories, it is so that you understand how everything got to where it is now. Why did you go down in vibration? Why did you come down from the dimension? Those feelings that were modifying the entire energy of your planet were overriding the good feelings. I say to you, he said during the stories, that good always remained in balance. Yes, there have always been people of light on the planet. Now I'm not saying that these people of light emanated positive feelings 100% of the days, that these people were true saints, that were emanating only light. No, these people had moments of low vibration, these people had moments of anger, there were moments when bad feelings emanated. Later, they began to emanate good feelings again, but they also emanated bad feelings, because this grew in the environment. The environment was causing all this imbalance. So that's what I often tell you, you are there, the environment is there around you, taking you out of balance, all the time. And so it was at that time too. The environment was being modified, so that these feelings began to predominate, to the detriment of good feelings. So it's not that evil has survived, that evil has prevailed over good all along. No, the good was there, always balancing, in contrast, with those bad energies. But they all emanated feelings of low vibration, because the environment causes this. So when everything started to change, over time these feelings, of power, of greed, of dominance, of possession, began to shape your world into what it is today. What are countries? What are lands? Back in the beginning of civilizations there were no borders, people named the places, very well, but no one owned anything, until this feeling of possession began to exist, and the worst, I have what's mine and I want what's yours. So I'll fight for what's yours, I will kill everyone who is there in these lands, so that I have what you have, under my control. And then the world began to expand, and today you have countless countries on your planet. Why? Nobody owns anything, but you called yourself owners of the lands, owners of Gaia. So I want you to understand why you are living in the third dimension today. Because these feelings only got worse over time. Until there came a point where your planet had to descend from dimension, because nothing else resonated in fifth. And that's where I told you that it became a school planet. Well, since the planet is in Tercera, we are going to bring here all those who want to vibrate these feelings, all those who need to go through these feelings. One thing I want to explain to you, when I say that many beings who are on planets already in the fifth dimension, and who are banished, you immediately think that we are taking the person by force, putting them in prison and bringing them here by force. My brothers, this is a Tercera thing. You continue to have free will even in the fifth dimension. I can tell you that the fifth dimension is a dimension of high energies, it is a high dimension, you do not resonate feelings of low vibration because that has no echo in the fifth dimension. But I think you've already realized that the feelings are there, and if any of you begin to feel this, it is not that the fifth dimension prevents you from feeling it. No, it doesn't prevent it, you can feel anger in the fifth dimension, but this triggers an alert. Because yes, there is a balance of very high energies, and when you realize that there is a low vibrational energy being resonated in the environment, you are gently invited to talk, to explain why you are feeling that way. No, you are not imprisoned, nor are you captured by force, because the world itself, that's not how things work. Then you are heard, you explain why you are feeling that way. Ah, I don't agree with what's happening. Very good. So that is explained, that everything there has to be for the good of the whole, not for the good of just one. But you keep thinking that you have to make your idea prevail, and that you've tried several times to put your idea forward and it never comes to fruition. Because, as I said, everything is decided by everyone. Ideas predominate when they are good for the whole, not just for one person. So if you think that your ideas have to be accepted, but the whole understands that it is not good, but you think it is, very well, then you will assert your idea somewhere else, not there. If this is causing you this feeling of inferiority, for not having your idea accepted by the whole, very well, do you want to have your idea heard? Do you want to assert your idea, your will? Great, then go somewhere else. No longer in that environment. That environment is not being good for you. You are resonating, something contrary to that energy, to that environment. So that's all it says. Good. Here you cannot stay, because if you feel it so strongly within you, you will resonate it somewhere else, not there. You can't stay like that there. Not that you are going to contaminate the environment, because the environment does not allow itself to be contaminated. Let this be very clear. It's not that you're going to stay hidden, becoming rebels in that environment, because you will not contaminate the environment. There is only one law, and the law is, that all are in balance, that it is good for everyone, may everyone there be happy, may everyone emanate feelings that make them happy. So if there is someone who is not happy, then that environment is not appropriate for them. Then he will try to be happy where he can resonate those feelings. So when I call you banned, it's not just that we kick you and you end up here. No, it's not like that, because it's not just planet Earth that vibrates in the third dimension. There are many others in the universe, many others. So you are given the right to choose. Well, you want to resonate those feelings, so you have these options, this, and you choose where you want to go. So banishment, as I say, is not throwing you out into the open, it's about respecting those feelings that you are resonating with, and giving them a choice. And then you chose to come here, to continue resonating these feelings. Many went to other planets, but you who are here today decided to come here. This is a good part of you, and a good part comes from those groups, from those cities, from Lemuria and Atlantis. You lost the human carcass here, and here you remained, and returned here in the third dimension. You have already reincarnated on the planet in the lowest dimension. So my brothers, this is how it all happens. This banishment is not a punishment, do not understand it as punishment because there is no punishment, there is respect. There is respect from those who are there, for the feelings you are feeling. If you are feeling that, we respect it, but you cannot stay there, because you will not be happy there. That is contrary to the laws of the environment, the means is for everyone to be happy. If you are not happy there, then go where you can be happy, where you can make your ideas count, including imposing your ideas. And here you are. So don't understand this as a punishment, it's just respect for your decision. And I think it has started to become very clear to all of you that the simple fact that you go to the fifth dimension does not guarantee that you will stay there. I can't believe there are people who didn't understand this. So stop and think. What have I been saying here, or that anyone who doesn't resonate with that environment, with the fifth dimension, is banished? So, why are you who are here in Tercera, who have lived for so long, resonating these feelings, now going to ascend to Quinta? I will tell you that your journey will be difficult, it will be very difficult. Because they've been saying this for a long time. But I also say this, come on the bright side, we're not just going to make you despair, no. All the souls that reach the fifth dimension, they did not jump from below and fall, as you say, parachuting, into the fifth dimension, no, they all evolved. There was a walk very good. So what happens? First thing, the environment in which you live, you will arrive in an environment where there are no domains, there are no possessions, there is no imbalance, there is no inequality, there is no violence, there is only love and light. So, this is already a big step, for you to remain in balance, so that you stop resonating these feelings that you resound here. And coupled with all this, you learn to take care of yourself, physically speaking. So, there is no physical suffering, there is no mental suffering, there are no mutilations, there is no racism. Races will continue to exist. You will not change bodies. You are changing the etheric structures of your bodies, and the interior of your cells, etherically, but their bodies will be the same. So you will continue to see black people, you will continue to see Asians, you will continue to see yellow, brown, white, gray, red, you give yourselves many colors. It doesn't matter, everyone will remain what they are. Nobody will change. The environment will change. Many with their mouths open. Many had not thought about this. It's my brothers, the path is not easy. So certain prejudices, certain things that you resonate with today, but that are here, following the path of evolution, are doing everything to go to the fifth, but full of prejudice, they love to point the finger at others. It's good for you to start rethinking your positions, because everything will be free. Everything in balance, light and love. So back. You are already on the fifth, the environment is already modifying your feelings, and you will have access to all types of studies. Remember that I told you that there are schools, spiritual schools, in which you will learn how to maintain yourself to continue evolving, or you think that you have arrived at the fifth, and you will die there. Are you going to stay there, millennia, and millennia, and millennia, like you did here? Here you have been trapped in a wheel of reincarnation, not on Thursday. Your souls, one day you lost your human clothing, you reincarnated here again in the 5th dimension and will continue to evolve. You can then move on to the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, why not? You will have access to all types of knowledge, so that you can evolve, so that they can evolve their planet. I already told you, you will have a lot of work. You won't find the house tidy, you will find a very messy, very dirty house, which you will have to clean. So my brothers, the journey will still be very long, and you will still be able to resonate a lot. Now, I repeat again, moving to Quinta is not the certainty of staying there, it is certain that there is an evolution. Yes, you have evolved, congratulations, but you will have to do something to stay there, because if you miss those feelings that resonated here in Tercera, unfortunately you will be asked to leave there, to leave the 5th dimension, and resonate elsewhere. It's complicated, isn't it? It's my brothers, nothing is simple. There is no guarantee of anything, the only guarantee that exists is that your planet will move into the 5th dimension. This is right. Then many may be asking themselves, but isn't there a risk of the planet descending again, as happened last time, when many began to resonate, and the planet descended? This is a lesson learned. This is a lesson learned. Understand, when I say it is a lesson learned, it is a lesson learned by Gaia. Gaia will no longer allow this. She spent a long time suffering at your hands in the 3rd dimension. She won't admit it anymore. So, if Gaia sees that there is any chance of this happening, she will not allow it. And adding to that, today, things have changed a little. Today we are much more alert than we were in the past. It's like I told you that, when everything happened here on this planet, it was decided that it would be a school planet. Then it was allowed from above, by our Father or Mother God, for this planet to descend from dimension. So there was a decision from our Father or Mother God, in relation to Gaia. So now, from now on, this will no longer happen, because now the decision of our Father or Mother God is for Gaia to evolve, and no longer regress. So this will never happen again, even if you leave the photon belt. You will continue living in the 5th dimension. And now, bands are much more active than they were in the past. Throughout the universe, because there are already too many planets vibrating low. It is time for us to start changing this situation, to start evolving all these planets. Then you ask, what about feelings? Let's imagine that in the future, these feelings no longer exist in you. Who knows? Only our Father or Mother God knows. But one thing is certain to conclude our story, planet Earth descended to the 3rd dimension because it was a decision by our Father or Mother God, so that here would be the school for many beings in the universe, of billions of beings, because that's what you are here. Very good. Gaia will ascend, you will ignite with Gaia, and never again will Gaia regress. This has already been decided. So, going to the 5th dimension and thinking that you will start to resonate again, low feelings and return the planet to the 3rd, this will never happen again. So whoever does not fit into the 5th dimension will be invited to make a choice, and will be banished from Earth. Only that. So to repeat, the path will not be easy, but you will have our help, much closer, and it will only really resonate with those old feelings, those that don't feel good in this new world. Remember, the feelings are inside. You are changing the percentage of bullish sentiments, the higher this percentage is, the closer you get to ascension. But they are there, you will not reach 100%, high vibrational feelings. This doesn't exist. Because even if it's 0.000000001%, those feelings will be there, they will be asleep, and can surface at any time. It's enough that you want it. Here we end this story about the descent of Gaia, focused on feelings. Next week, we will have a very interesting topic. Wait and you will see. I am Archangel Michael. I am here, ready, to help each of you through this passage. And to the joy of many, to remain beside you when you are in the 5th dimension.